See, I don't like to start speaking and then I'm not recording myself and that. Right. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, someone was asking about what kind of music that is. The reason why there was some crazy kind of rock sounding music in the background is because I was doing a reaction video to the Isle of Man TT motorbike racing in the Isle of Man, on the Isle of Man. Now, another video I was watching, because I was just watching some videos about Isle of Man. Basically, the guy was saying, yeah, that like Isle of Man is among and might possibly be the most dangerous sport ever. Because in the Isle of Man TT, on average, 3 people go to race and don't make it home that night. First class ticket to the pearly gates of heaven. Yeah, that kind of shit goes on with the Isle of Man TT. So one of the guys was like, I don't know, maybe a commenter or one of the crew members or something like that. Now, apparently there's between like, I think 85 to 95 people racing in this Isle of Man TT race. Now, obviously the guy said on average 3 people don't make it home that day, yeah? So obviously he knows certain of the guys that are racing, he knows them personally. So certain of them, their family will be amongst like the crew and the officials, yeah? And he will hear on the radio, because they've got headsets and headpieces and that. He will hear on the radio, such and such is in pieces. Arms not connected, legs not connected to torso, yeah? His wife is next to him, or at least on the other side, and she's just there, just, you know, chilling with the son or the daughter and that. And he said the amount of times he felt bad knowing that, yo, he is gonna have to, or someone's gonna have to tell this woman, your man, gone. Imagine that. He said he feels like an asshole, yeah, for getting this information first and, you know, not being able to let the family know straight away. Like he feels guilty that he gets told this information first. Because think about it this way, like even like RIP Kevin Samuels the GOAT, yeah, you know, his mum had to find out about his passing through the internet. Yeah, like you'd want, like any mum would want to know that their son has passed away before the fucking internet. You don't want to hear that your son has passed away from the internet. You want, worst case scenario, some doctors to tell you that. So yeah, the Isle of Man TT is mad. It's mad. The prize money is only like, it's like 300 grand. I mean, that's not really worth it, boy, because they say on average 3 people, yeah, like even certain times, yeah, some of the spectators, they get sent on a first class ticket to heaven. They don't make it home. I think not the last one, maybe the one before that, something like that. I think 2 people, 2 of the racers didn't make it home, and 4 of the spectators didn't make it home. So maybe a bike hit them, because people are just chilling on the side of the road, right? So maybe a bike hit them. Yo, how much does a motorbike weigh? 200 kg. If an object that's moving at 100, 120 miles an hour hits you and it weighs 200 kg, good night. Good night, yeah? If any of you lot struggle to sleep, yo, you're going to bed that night, okay? Did you hear about the story about the guy from Tottenham that slapped the 9-year-old girl in Dalston? Oh, so I heard something about that, but I thought that was an old thing that happened like years ago. Because you know, like you see things pop up on TikTok, but it'll be an old story and that. Yeah, I saw something about that today, but I just scrolled past. I didn't even listen to it. Right, one second to make this cup of tea. Oh, this is a good one. So, yo, Jay, give me 5 reasons why I should invest in property. First and foremost, you have a roof over your head. Yeah. When you have a property, you can provide a roof over your head. You can provide a roof over your children's head. Secondly, you are protected against landlords like me kicking you out if you're rude to them, or if a landlord just wants to sell. Fourthly, if that's even a fucking word, you've got an asset that increases in value. And fifth, yeah, last one, there's more obviously. Number 5 is obviously it increases in value, but you can also pull out money if you've got a mortgage and then go and invest it in other properties and then keep repeating the cycle. So that's 5 reasons. You can provide a roof over your head. You can provide a roof over your children's head. I mean, I would include this one here as well. Let's just redo this now. Number 3, you can pass this down to your children. Number 4, you've got an asset that increases in value. Number 5, you can pull out money and then go and buy more properties. So that's 5 reasons, 6 reasons. Yo, JY, should I buy a residential property before I buy to let? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Like some people are like, oh no, just buy the buy to let. Like, oh, it's a bad idea to buy a residential first, buy the buy to let and that. Yo, if you're gonna be a millionaire, you're gonna be a millionaire. Okay, you took one step back before you went forward. If you're gonna be a millionaire, you're gonna be a millionaire. Also, is it a situation where if we make one mistake, if we don't take that step in the correct, like, you understand? Yeah, that's it. We're gonna fuck up. Nah, man, it doesn't matter, man. Do whatever, man. Obviously, if you have a good relationship with your parents and that, I'd say stay at home as long as you kind of go and buy a buy to let. But if you're gonna be a millionaire, you're gonna be a millionaire. Why does it matter? You're gonna be rich. You're gonna be rich. You'll find a way, bro. Right. So this person, hold on. So Jimmy Bradshaw asked, is work-life balance a factor you consider? No, I don't give it. Listen, if you want to win, you got to go all in. I'm not just saying that because it rhymed. If you want to win, you got to be willing to do what 99.9% of people are not willing to do. What do average and mediocre people say and do? Work-life balance. That's why you've got mediocre results. Do you think Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Alan Sugar had fucking work-life balance in mind? No. Me, I don't have work-life balance in mind, and that's why I'm more successful than 99.9% of people I walk past. Because I'm willing to work on Saturdays, Sundays. I'm willing to work till 8, 10 p.m. I ain't done it in a long time. Do you know why? Because I don't have the overtime opportunities. But I guarantee you, if they were paying, if I could work till 8 o'clock, I'll be working till 8 o'clock. I had to create those opportunities for myself. Told you already, yeah, at the beginning of this year and late last year, so, you know, November, December, January and that, I was working on the weekends. I was jamming it on my manager. Yo, where's the work for Saturday? I need the work. I needed that money. Working on those weekends, well, it was Saturday. Working on a Saturday, that helped me buy the most recent purchase, number 6. If I thought about work-life balance, yeah, because this is what it was, yeah. It was a situation, yeah, where I had enough for the deposit, but in months to come, I would owe HMRC like 20 grand. Yeah. So if you've got enough for a deposit and you owe HMRC 20 grand, well, you ain't got enough for a deposit. Yeah. If we allow things to take its course, yeah. On a long enough time scale, when it's time to start sending off deposits to the solicitors and that, you ain't gonna have enough money. So I had to go and work overtime, work on the weekends and that. If I thought to myself, nah, work-life balance, like most people, yeah, if they had X amount of money, yeah, which was enough for a deposit, but they knew they owed HMRC between 18 and 20 grand, let's say, yeah, most people will say, nah, I'm not taking that risk and buying another property. Well, that's you're not me. That's why you ain't got 6 properties. I'd love to put 100 people in my situation. They had X amount of money and they owe X amount, yeah, to HMRC. Like they know it's coming, yeah. When you have an accountant, he tells you you owe 8 grand, you owe 10 grand, 18 grand. He will tell you, so you know it's not surprise. So if you put 100 people in that situation, yeah, most people would be like, nah. 95% of people would be like, nah. Not Jay Wizzy Wap. Yeah. Jay don't, yeah, I will get it done. If I've got enough time, I will get it done. What I did was I phoned them up and I went on a payment plan. I said, I'll give you 1,200 every month or something like that until the balance is cleared so that I could maintain my deposit. And then on top of that, I was still working on the weekends and that. Yeah. I said, my cousin works in HMRC saying that some men are paying 40k tax in a month. Yeah, I mean, that could be a footballer, that could be anyone. Right, let me see these comments. Fucking hell. Right, let me see. Start from the beginning. JYs, do a co-star on R1. The R1 is not here, the R1's at the other house. JYs, max speed, you went on the R1. 140 max. I've gone faster on the R6. Right. Oh, that person left the same comment. Oh, okay. So this Bags in person is this Jimmy Bradshaw person. Okay. You look like Fazer from M-Dubs. Oh, I know. I forgot the mixture is guy. Yeah. I'm black. Yeah. I'm black. Man, like JY's in his fresh kitchen. This kitchen ain't fresh. This kitchen's been here for a year. It's just the other angle. Look, this is what you lot usually see. You lot usually see that wall. This is where I usually sit. I'm just sitting here for today. This is just a different angle. I usually sit right behind where the camera is and face that wall. Yeah, you don't know. You know the infamous fridge. Yeah, yeah. That's where I usually sit right there. It's just I'm sitting here today. This kitchen is not fresh. This kitchen has been like this for a year. You lot just ain't seen it like that. Right. See, a man said, I got my own yard. It feels good. Yeah. The nicest feeling is, obviously, if you have a house, so you know you have upstairs and downstairs. Obviously, your bedroom's upstairs. You wake up in the morning and you go downstairs. You're just like, wow, I'm in my own place. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, that buzz has worn off a long time ago for me. Obviously, I will get that buzz once I get like a big house. So, like, I will have a £1 million house. Yeah, I will have a big £1 million house that's 5 massive bedrooms and that. You know what I mean? I already know like how much it will cost per month and that. Listen, it's coming soon. Yeah, as long as man get this Airbnb thing patterned up, if I can bring home 12, 13 grand every month, that mortgage will get paid. Because a £1 million house, I think the mortgage is like 5, 6 grand. Let me double check. Mortgage calculator. Let's see. Because obviously, if it's a £1 million house, yeah, you put down 10%, which is 100 grand, yeah. So the mortgage is actually 900 grand. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's me going on Halifax mortgage calculator. Bro, I don't want to go through a decision in principle. I just want something quick. You know what? I'm going to go on Zoopla. Got me invested now. So you ever buck into Terminator 9? Nah, I never seen it. No. I've seen it, obviously, but. Oh, so this guy said he used to watch me in jail on the laptop. What prison was you in? Was you in ISIS? Was you in Lindholm? Was you in Weatherby? Where was you? Where was you at the Mounts? Where was you? Bear man in the Mounts, they know who I am still. Right, someone just followed respect. Hey, listen, you lot who have subscribed to the regular or the other JY's TV accounts, make sure you follow this account. I'm trying to get this to 10K, man. They fucking block me and stop me from making money on the other fucking account. Of course, yo. Right. So basically, if I was to buy a £1 million house, yeah, obviously the mortgage is the money you're borrowing. So if the property is worth 1 million, you put down 10%, which is 100 grand. 1 million minus 100 grand leaves you with 900 grand. So the 900 grand is what you're paying back. Yeah? So basically, the monthly repayment would be around £5,000. I mean, obviously, I could afford that now if I really wanted to, innit? But yeah, and that's on an interest rate of 4.5. Let's put the interest rate up to 5%. Yeah, 5%, 6%, nothing. It's nothing. Yeah. So yeah. So when I eventually get my £1 million house, yeah, the mortgage will be about 5 grand. Wonder what the stamp duty is on that, blood. But yeah, I will be getting £1 million house. Trust me. I was looking the other day. This one is a fucking bit of work though. What is? But yeah, maybe somewhere in near Milton Keynes or something like that. MK17, I don't know. It could be anywhere out in the sticks. I don't want no neighbors. I'm not into. There's nobody on any road that I can move to who's got anything to say that I want to fucking hear. I'm not interested. This is why I don't give a fuck. I'll come here and I will fall out with everyone on the street. You know why? There's no words in the English language that these people can stitch together that I'm going to be interested in hearing. I'm not interested in talking to any man that needs to go halves on a mortgage with his wife in a property that's only worth 200 grand. You need to go halves on a mortgage on a property that's worth 200 grand. I have 3 of those. You're a waste man. Well, we're not on the same level, fam. You cannot say anything that I want to listen to. I'm not interested in being friends with no man who feels like he's an equal to his woman. He goes 50-50 with his woman on everything. Oh, you're a man. Stand on your own 2 feet. Listen, you see these guys here that go 50-50 on a gal, with a gal, yeah? What you're saying to me is, without this girl, you could not have X. That's what you're saying. Because if that guy was a millionaire or a billionaire, he would not be going halves. So you know he ain't got money like that. Guys that share their car with their girl. So what certain man will do, yeah? Certain man, especially if they get like, so what I noticed, yeah, Haringey Council, because I've always been an observant person. So what will happen is a lot of the guys at Haringey Council will have a council van. I used to have my own council van. And we were allowed to take the council vans home. So we take the council vans home. So you could drive to random areas and see a Haringey van. I used to see Haringey vans in Enfield and in Edinburgh. Some people lived in Enfield, some people lived in Edinburgh. So because the tradespeople were allowed to take the vans home, well, you've got a mode of transport from work to home, home to work, yeah? So what a lot of men would do, probably because they're struggling for money and, you know, they're better off using their money for other things. They won't even have their own car. They will just borrow their missus's car on the weekend. Well, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not sharing no vehicles with no woman. And I know this to be true because I've got 3 vehicles. I've got a car and I've got 2 motorbikes that are both insured. I don't need to share nothing with no woman. Obviously, there's been times where I've borrowed Nadia's car because my car's broke down, obviously. But I don't need to go halves with a woman and that. Oh, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Man want to be the leader, but you're not doing no leading. Leaders don't go 50-50. Bosses don't go 50-50. When was the last time Jeff Bezos asked one of his fucking employees, you got £50 for that light bill? Come on, man. Let's say give that guy an apology. You know. What's the steps you take to buy properties? You know, like 10 times. Right. I'm going to give you a crash course on how to buy a property in that. First and foremost, you got to get your foundation right. So you need to get yourself a skill, education, or trade. That's first and foremost. Forget about the deposit, yeah? Get yourself a skill, education, or trade. How do you rise up money for a deposit? Be disciplined. Do not take your wages and go and buy Mercedes or Moncler or Rolex, kettle, iron, bust down pots and pans, nonsense watches. Be frugal, be sensible. Do not be a sheep. So, you know, try and work overtime so you can maximize the amount of money that you can earn. Save that money. Depends on how much you earn, how much you can save. Depends on how expensive the property is, the value of the property. That's going to determine how long it takes you to save. Because you could have a goal in mind of saving 40 grand. If you're saving up £1,000 for a month, well, it's going to take you X amount of time. If you're saving up £3,000 a month, well, it's going to take you a short amount of time. So there's different factors and variables that will determine how long it's going to take you to buy or save up to buy a property. Now, obviously, once you you know, have enough for a deposit, now obviously beforehand you need to make sure, yeah, that the property that you're going to buy, you can afford the mortgage. You know, a lot of people can come up with 50 grand for a deposit for a property. If you come up with 50 grand for a deposit for a property, more than likely that property is worth 500 grand. So 500 grand, 10% of 500 grand is 50 grand. That leaves a mortgage, which is the money you're borrowing, that leaves a mortgage of 450. That's all well and good, getting a 50 grand deposit. If you only earn 30 grand a year, or even 50 grand a year, if you times your wages by 4.5 or 5 or even 6, some lenders will allow you to times your wages by 6. If you're on 30 or 40 grand a year, if you're on 30 grand a year, you times your wages by 6, you can only borrow 180. If you're on 40 grand a year, you times your wages by 6, you can only borrow 240. So it's all well and good getting the deposit together. Can you afford the mortgage? There's a lot of people out here that receive money from a relative that passes. They get 100 grand in cash. Yeah, that's all well and good. Looking at a property that's worth 400 grand. You've got 100 grand in cash to put down as a deposit. That leaves a mortgage of 30 grand. If you own 300 grand, if you only earn 40 grand, you can't afford that mortgage. You're just a little bit too short. The mortgage is 300 grand. You earn, what did I say, 40 grand, and you times that by 6, that's 240. That's the difference between 300 and 240. That's the difference of 60,000. You can't afford the mortgage. So you have to make sure that you can afford the mortgage as well. Anyone can get the deposit together. Listen, anyone could get a Ferrari out on finance. Can you keep up with the maintenance? One of my older cousins, yeah, he had a C63 Mercedes, yeah, one of the original ones that came out, not the new ones that claim to be a C63, but it's a 4-liter engine. No, the man had the proper C63. It was a 6.2 engine. Yo, the G-force in this thing when he put his foot down. I've been in this car one time, mad, yeah. One time, we went out. I think he was getting his car from around the corner. There's a car wash near his house or something. And I think when we was walking there, he was talking about getting a new tire for his car. One new tire, yeah. Let me just explain something right now, yeah. I don't know how much a new tire is for an R1, but I know when I used to buy my R6, the tires and that, obviously it's going to be relatively the same price. The R1 is going to be a little bit more because I think the back tire is a bit bigger. But my R6, I would buy a brand new tire for £150. That's one, yeah. Sorry, obviously my cousin was talking about replacing all of them. Sorry. Replacing all of them. My man was talking about £200 per tire. £200 per tire. Because listen, let me tell you something. You see with those cars there, them high performance cars, you can't be buying those high performance cars, but being a cheap ass and going around getting secondhand tires. Unless you're buying them secondhand tires to do burnouts and donuts. And that's the thing, yeah. A man will fucking buy a high-powered car, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or McLaren, and still put in 95 unleaded. No, you put super unleaded in that, you cheap motherfucker. Yeah. A man will be like that world boss you, yeah, with the Lamborghini, still taking it to some back alley Jamaican mechanic. Yo, you got a Lamborghini, you take it to the fucking Lamborghini showroom for them to fix it. Listen, when I get a proper car, I'm not taking it. No, big up my mechanic, yeah. But I ain't taking my bike there to my mechanic. No, I'm taking it to the McLaren garage, yeah. Fuck. But I've got 79 messages. Jay, how long will it take you to rewire a whole house? Listen, they used to call me half a day, Jay. They used to call me half a day, Jay. Yeah? This is what my manager called me to try to take the piss. Let me tell you something. You hear about them council workers who do no work. I was one of those council workers that did no work whatsoever. This was my rota for the day. Work is supposed to start at 8 and finish at 4, yeah? Start at 8 a.m. and finish at 4 p.m. I used to get into work at 9 and I would go straight to the cafe. When I say get into work, it means get into the borough because obviously man's from Edmonton. Edmonton is next to Tottenham, which is the Haringey borough, but Edmonton is Enfield, yeah? So a man used to get into work, i.e. get into the borough, yeah? Get into Tottenham at 9 o'clock. And I would go straight to the cafe. There was a cafe on Philip Lane. It's still there now. When I was there last, it was called Den Cafe. Yeah? It was named after some guy called Dennis. Big him up. Kurdish, man. Big him up. So, yeah, I used to go to the cafe and I'd be in there for an hour. So I would leave at 10 o'clock and I'd go to my job because I used to work on void property. So part rewiring properties and that. I'll get to the property at 10 o'clock. I'll leave the cafe at 10, get to the property at like 10:15 because it's just Haringey Borough, so everything's quite close. And I'd work there for up to about 2 hours. And then I'll go on a 1.5 hour break. Yeah, so from 12 to 1:30, I'll go on a 1.5 hour break, go back to the job, work for 2 hours. That will take me up to 3:30, pack up and go home. So I'll do about 4 hours work every day. That's why they used to call me half a day, Jay. Take the piss. Obviously, I got fired for it. Obviously, I got fired because during the Christmas period, or like a week before Christmas, I didn't do no work. I just sat in the, what do you call it? The stores where we go and collect our materials. I sat in one of the rooms at the back. That's like kind of like an abandoned room. And we used to have tablets. I was watching movies on the tablet. So they fired me for it. What are you doing with the Egypt property? Yeah, you're right, man. What are you doing with the Egypt property for real? What? If you could pick, if you could only pick two, which would you pick between money, sleep, and a female? I mean, whichever one's the money one. Yeah. Can I become a fully qualified electrician by becoming an electrician's mate? I'm sure you can. Yeah. You need to double check that though. How much money you make in property monthly? 4 grand, over 4 grand, about 4.5. Obviously, I got overhead, so I don't get twisted. It's not fucking profit, obviously. £25 for a cleaning job is not expensive. £25 per hour is expensive for cleaning. What are you talking about? Jay Wise, do you watch RTM podcast? Yeah. I watch RTM podcast. A man said, I live in a housing association. Any advice? Get the fuck out. Yeah. What was you expecting me to say? Stay there forever? You ain't gonna get a million. Hey, look, we got one. We got one in the chat. I'ma save and clip this video. I might not be able to upload this video for 5 years, but I'ma save and clip this. Do you know what? I'm even gonna screenshot. One sec. Right. I've even screenshotted the comment. Some guy called A-Rax said, you ain't gonna get a million, bro. Because I said I'm gonna buy a £1 million house, yeah? He said, I'm not gonna do it. So watch. I might not be able to upload a video of me walking around in my £1 million house. It's not gonna be purchased in cash. But I might not be able to upload this video for 5 years. But this video will be uploaded. One day. I might not look the same. I might have grey in my beard and that. Yeah. But I will be uploading a video. I'll be uploading this video at some point, walking around in my £1 million house. And this guy will eat those words. Yeah. Because this has happened before. I told you already. Yeah? When I was about 20 years old, so it was almost about 12, 13 years ago. Yeah. I'm going to be 33 next month. I'm getting old. Yeah. When I was about 20, I stood up in my back garden. My mom was there, my stepdad was there, and my mom's close friend was there. And I said to them, in 10 years' time, when I'm 30, I'm going to buy a 600 grand property. And they laughed. They laughed in my face. Well, guess what? Fast forward 10, 11 years, I still, at this moment in time, I still don't have one property that's worth 600. But you know what? I've got 6 properties that's worth £1 million. So I think it kind of balances itself out, really and truly. They laughed. They laughed in my face. You know, someone can say, oh yeah, but that's because it was a 600 grand property and that. If I said to them, I would have 6 properties worth £1 million in 10 years' time, they would have still laughed. So this guy is laughing at me now. Thank you. Thank you for laughing at me. Thank you for setting a goal that I have to achieve. Yeah. Listen, your haters are your biggest supporters. Yeah. Your haters are a blessing. They're the people that are going to push you to become great and successful. Yeah. You watch. It might take 5 years. I will save this video. It might take 5 years, but I will have a £1 million house. You watch. And the funniest thing is, if a man is still watching me, yeah, in 5 years' time or whatever, and that, he'll just say, all right. And say, Croydon Road, N9, come on. Big up to the youth centre. I don't know if it's still there, but the building's still there, but I don't know if they still have the youth club there. What's the average equity for a property in London worth 1 mil? What do you mean, what's the average equity? That doesn't even make no sense. Equity is something that you build up. You can't say what's the average equity of a property in Northampton or whatever. It doesn't even make no sense. Equity is something that you kind of measure. You take 2 points in time. You start off in the year 2000 and you look at 2012 or 2025. Equity is something that you measure from 2 points. There's no, you don't say, oh, that doesn't even make no sense. Like, even when I say you measure it from 2 points, it doesn't have to be time related. It could just be value related. When I bought this property, for 180. Yeah, I bought it under market value because the house was fucked. Yeah, the guy was a dirty tramp. The walls were this color. Yeah, from cigarette, nicotine, smoke stains. Yeah. So obviously, no one wanted to buy the property because it's a 3-bed house. Yeah, this is going to be attractive to a lot of like, first-time buyers and that. Yeah. The estate agent young, like 20 years old or something, he said a lot of people have been put off by this property because of the amount of work that it's going to be doing to it. Not J-Wise. So I bought it cheap. This property is worth probably, once it's fully complete, I think it'll be worth like 230 or something like that. Definitely at least 210 or something like that. So yeah, I can measure the equity because I'm taking 2 separate points and seeing the difference. How did Ty go from housing to Gal? Who's Ty? Is that? You're letting your ego. I said, is this pre-recorded live? No, it's not pre-recorded. No. Wow, I've got like 67 messages to look at, so. Oh, this guy. What a mad fucking statement. That is nuts. How can this guy say this guy eats Mars bars upside down to fill veins of it in his tongue? Oh my God. That is nuts. That is creative, boy. That's how I know you do that, boy. See, look, someone's saying, J-Wise, you're being delusional. I said, why you wearing a do-rag? You ain't Jamaican. You ain't seen the front of my house, have you? I got a fucking Jamaican flag outside the front of my house. Yeah, I know what he means by equity and that, but like, you can't ask someone, oh, what's the equity like on properties in London? If a man, let's say in the beginning of January, let's say January of this year, a man bought a property that's worth £1 million. It's probably not going to go up that much in 6 months. So, it's just, you can't ask questions like that. It's not an appropriate way to ask questions. Right, I'm caught up. Hold on. Right. So Ms528, big amount. Right. Ms528 said, Jay, I have a few friends around me in my circle I've known for 25 plus years, but have a lot of bad habits, smoking weed, etc. Would you keep them around or cut them off? I mean, why are you in close proximity with people that indulge in these stupid vices and that? I'm not saying cut them off completely, but bro, listen, I'm not being friends with no man that even plays video games. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, that's what it is. I'm not being friends with no guy that plays video games. No. Listen, none of us are rich yet. So why the fuck are you taking your free time trying to level up and get better in a virtual world when you should be trying to level up and get better in the real world. I haven't got no time to hang around and associate with no guy that's trying to level up in the virtual world when you should be trying to level up in the real world. Because you know what, yeah, if we really look at the scale of things, I'm still poor. Yeah, I've got 6 properties and that, but yo, on the scale of, you know, being really rich, bro, if you compare me to people, them Arab sultans and sheikhs, the guys that have the pet tigers and that, yo, they be flying girls over from America and whatever country and that just for a date, paying $5 grand to fly this girl over just for a date and that. I ain't got $5 grand to pay for no fucking date. Listen, you can add up all the dates that are going in a year, that will even come up to $5 grand. Yeah. So compared to certain man, I'm still poor. So for the most part, we're all still poor. Why the fuck are you even spending your precious time playing video games? Nah. So I ain't hanging around with no guy that's playing video games. Yeah, cut them blood clot off, man. Waste the space, man. Then. You know, cost of living crisis, everything's going up in value. Yeah. Times are hard. Like these people, yeah, will be playing video games, but be worried about the gas and electric bill. The reason why you're worried about the gas bills is because you don't have that much money. Do you know why? Because you're using your free time and not using that time to go and fucking earn some money or try and find a way to earn some money. Think of a way to earn some money. Now, if a man is Twitch streaming and making money from playing the video games, then yeah, fine. But they don't do that. Man just doing it just to escape. You know what? Yeah, this person said, good point. Why am I watching you waffling? Safe, bye. Yeah. Get off YouTube and get off TikTok. Don't watch me. Yeah, because I ain't watching other content creators, you know. Yeah. If anything, best case scenario, you man should just have me on the side listening. That's why I don't give a fuck about camera quality. Don't give a fuck about camera quality because you think, yeah, when I listen to Andrew Tate, I stand there staring at the screen. No. I remember when I was literally tiling this floor, I listened to the same Andrew Tate podcast like 3 times. Yeah. It's like a 2 hour, one of the old ones. Old one. It's like an hour and a half long. Listen to it 3 times. Yeah. And every now and then, yeah, like every 20 minutes, I'll hear him say, thanks. Every 20 minutes, thanks. Anyway, one day, yeah, I was watching it for like the 4th time. Yeah. The reason why he was saying thanks and you could hear a cup hitting the table is because some fucking blonde 10 out of 10 was giving him cups of coffee every 20 minutes. He's a madman, drink coffee every 20 minutes, yeah? I didn't even know that there was some 10 out of 10 giving him cups of coffee every 20 minutes. Do you know why? Because I wasn't watching, I was just listening. The hell I want to stand there, sit there watching Andrew Tate's bald head. Yeah? What's there to look at? Nothing, man. Man's trying to listen and learn, fam. So, yeah. You don't need to be watching. What are you watching me for? When do you want kids? Yeah, man. When the time's right, man. I have them A's. I mean, I can afford kids. No problem. No problem. I wouldn't even feel it. Not some people like, yo, kids are expensive. Yeah, because you're poor. Kids are expensive because you're poor. Because this person that's talking about kids are expensive, they're not thinking about sending them to private school. No, they're just thinking about the upkeep and nappies, SMA, Farley's Rusk. Yeah? They're just thinking about the general upkeep of children. They're not thinking about extras. Like all these, you know, swimming classes, tennis classes. They're not thinking about that stuff. They're just thinking about the basics. Yo, man, baby food is expensive, man. Man might have to make the baby food myself in a blender. This is how broke some people are. They're not making the baby food because they're just a general person who just likes to be sensible with their money and just thinks, you know what, there's probably a lot of artificial crap in this, so I don't want to give it to my child. So let me make the food myself and make it more organic for my child. And that. No, they're thinking about, yo, making it because I need to save money. Baby food is expensive. That's what I'm talking about, people in a cost of living crisis and that. You know, yeah, when I was doing all those reaction videos to the cost of living crisis, I need to find some. I ain't done some in ages, man. When I used to do the reaction videos and that, there was a couple clips I see where women were known to be stealing feminine hygiene products from Asda, Tesco's, the big supermarkets and that. These are not crackhead women stealing feminine hygiene products. These are normal women. Some of them even had jobs. Can't afford tampons and sanitary towels. But then you get brewed up by some waste man that wants to sit around and play video games. I'm not hanging around with no waste man that plays video games. I'm not hanging around with no waste man that plays video games. Me, I've got this property here and I've got the other property around the corner. So I've got 2 houses that are mine at the moment. Yeah, obviously, eventually, you know, it'll be a rental and that. But yeah. Do you think there's a sofa in any of them? No, because I don't sit down and relax. I don't sit down and watch TV. Do you know the reason why I'm doing this live? Yeah. So I went out and done a late job at like 5 o'clock, yeah, something like that. Then I went and got a pizza. So I was feeling tired, I don't know, food coma or something. I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other house, have a shower, and just have a nap for 2 hours. Then I said, no, I'm gonna go and do some streaming. Yeah, this is work. Yeah, this is for you lot. This is entertainment. This is education. This is what do they call it? Edutainment. For me, this is work. I love it. Yeah. So this Tev's official said, LOL, I ain't even watching. You're just in the background. I'm finishing up my house. Go on. What sort of work you do? Well, you're a construction person. Ha! You must be watching to leave that comment though. How rare is it for someone at 22 to be very financially stable? I mean, yeah, I mean, in this current climate, it is very rare. But really and truly, it shouldn't be that rare. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is rare. But why is it rare for someone who's 22 to be financially stable in this current climate? I mean, we've been babied, you know. You've got people who are 30 years old still living at their mom's house. I know man who are 33 years old still living at their mom's house. Man's big, 6'4", still living at his mom's house. Like an overgrown child. A man's even got a bald head. You know you're too old when you're bald and you're living in your mom's house. You're too old to be living at your mom's house when you're bald, you know. Any bald people watching this right now living at their mom's house, you're too old, fam. You're too old, blood. That's a sign you need to get out of your mom's yard, you know, when you're bald. Yeah. I saw something I wanted to respond to. So come on. Oh, someone said, what do you think of World Boss? I mean, I don't think nothing of him. Just he's a comedian, isn't it? I don't watch him enough. But I just saw that video where he was taking the Lamborghini to the mechanic. And I'm thinking like, wow, like this is a sign, yeah, for you to not take your Lamborghini to the back alley garage when there's about this much space between the car and like the space around the garage. Yeah. Let me tell you something right now, yeah. You can tell whether someone's living in abundance or not by how much space they have. You know I'm living in abundance. Do you know why? Because I've got 3 bedrooms here that are virtually empty, and I've got 3 bedrooms around the corner that are virtually empty. I'm not living in a flat with me and my 4 kids and my 2 wife. I'm not in some 1-bed flat with mold and damp on the walls and some dickhead neighbor that ain't got no respect upstairs. I go to these people's yard. I've been to a 1-bed flat. There's 5 people in a 1-bed flat. There's 5 people in a 1-bed flat. At the time, I'm thinking I've got 5 properties, blood. The hell are you doing? I even used to think this year, like when I just had 1 property on the where I used to live before, which is obviously where the other house is, because I've got 2 houses next to each other. Obviously, my yard is at the front of the estate, it's at the top of the estate. And like I used to notice that obviously there's bare families on the estate, obviously. And I think it was like, raw. I'm in this 3-bed house all on my own. This is during lockdown, yeah. I'm in this 3-bed house all on my own. I used to see families. I used to look at the back of the window. I used to see families standing outside their house. I'm like, yo, there's 6 of them in a 3-bed house. Yo. That's mad. There's 6 people in a 3-bed house. Like, yo, I feel like my house ain't even really big enough, you know, and I'm just there on my own. Yeah, I'm not no hoarder. I don't even have much possessions in that. Like I said, I don't even have no living room or nothing like that. But I'm just thinking, like, yo, I feel like I need an extra room in that. And then you've got 6 people, 6 human bodies bungled up in a fucking house, blood. Like fucking tin of sardines, blood. So Rare Talk said he's taking care of his parents, though. Yeah. But still, I mean, if you're obviously referring to World Boss and that, but yeah, if I get a Lamborghini, I ain't fucking taking it to no back alley mechanic. If you're referring to the World Boss guy, I don't know. Right? Did you see what happened at the Originals Festival in London over the weekend? Yeah. So basically, what someone did was, and do you know what? Yeah, a couple people in the TikTok space was talking about it. Maybe Rare Talks was talking about it, but some other people, I don't know. Quite a few people were talking about it. Someone sent me the video, and they were saying, "Oh, this is why this is something that you talk about, Jay Wash." Yeah, when there's a lot of people that look like me, they don't know how to behave themselves. When you go to an event and there's a bunch of ninjas, yo, you gotta be prepared for some foolishness to happen. If you go to an event where there's a bunch of people with nothing to lose, guess what's gonna happen? See, this don't happen at the races. You know, like the Royal Ascot thing. This sort of bullshit don't happen. And now, you know what? Yeah, you're not gonna put me to bed over this. You lot are gonna put me to bed over this. You watch it with it, coconut, Oreo, with it black on the outside, white on the inside. I know I'm gonna get it, but I'm still gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. I'm a classist, yeah. I've seen videos over the years with like the Royal Ascot, and I'm starting to see a lot of people that look like me there. And I don't know. I've never been before, and I never will go. But I feel like you're not gonna crucify me for this. It's cool. String me up on this thing. I don't business. I feel like the fact that there's a bunch of people that look like me now at the Royal Ascot, the races, now it's gone downhill. That's just what I think. Yeah, you lot clip this. You lot gonna put it on social media. They can rip my blood clot. I don't care. I've seen videos where there's I just I could tell it's going downhill now. Yo, hey, get on to me. You can get on to me if you want, in it. Yeah, it's cool, innit? I call it how I see it. I'm seeing wigs and weaves in that place, and I'm like, yeah, this Royal Ascot is going downhill now. Every night, like the way it should be, yeah, is you just get 1 or 2. You get me, man, that look like me because them man they are of certain caliber, so that you can get a free pass. But once you're seeing women in there that look like me, like because women don't provide no value to nothing. So if they're allowed in, well, then that means the value is low. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I know you're not gonna get onto me. It's cool with it, but listen, man, I fire from the hip. Yeah, I don't mince my words. Yeah? I call it how I see it. Man said you pay to go. You know what? Maybe we should just keep the Royal Ascot just for white people. What? Why do we have to get involved in everything? Let the white people have the Royal Ascot to themselves. You go have your little ghetto shubs in the fucking Clissold Park. Yeah? Go have your rave. Go have your outdoor party in some park in Leighton. Yeah? Let the white people have their Royal Ascot. Yeah? Go, yeah, you lot can go to Notting Hill Carnival. Leave the white people. See, that's the thing, yeah. black people will most say, oh, you know, one white people have to come and be culture vultures and take over our things. But then when we try to go to their things, it's all right. Oh, let them have their own thing. A man's talking about you turning into a coconut. Listen, let me tell you something. I would never want to be white. I have no white friends, nothing. I don't associate with white people like that. I ain't got nothing against them. I just don't. I don't have no white friends. So it's got nothing to do with being a coconut. It's just I just call it how I see it. I call it how I see it. When you watch me, when you watch my mannerisms, when you hear the way I speak, do I come across a man that hangs around with white people? When you man watch my videos and that, do you say to yourself, yeah, I can tell this guy grew up with bare white boys? No, no. So don't even try to call man a coconut and that. Yeah. I said making it ghetto is true, knew it. Yeah. Yeah. See, Royal Ascot used to be a white posh event back in the day. A lot of Premier League footballers used to go there back in the day. I mean, I wouldn't really call it posh if it's footballers going there, but okay, cool. Big up Manchester Blue. Big up Jay. Why do Indians own the most property in major UK cities, but black people are so behind? Yeah, because black people use their money for the wrong thing. You know, when a black man come into money, he has to give it back to the white man, innit? That's it. The people that look like me want to talk about reparations and that. Yeah, they need to give us what they owe us. What's the point? Every piece of jewelry, every symbol of status that someone that looks like me is going to go and buy to show off is owned by a white man. McLaren, Rolex, Mercedes, Balmain, Gucci, everything is owned by them man there. So what's the even mortgages? Yeah, I'm not talking against mortgages. I'm just saying, even if you go and buy a yard or you put down a deposit on a yard, yo, the last time I didn't check because I don't need to. I know Santander is owned by a white man. I mean, Santander is a fucking place in Spain. Yeah. The last time I checked, Spain is a white country. Yeah. So everything and anything that a person that looks like me is gonna go and spend their money on is gonna go straight back to the white man anyway. Even a fucking IKEA table. This is an IKEA table. IKEA is a Swedish brand. Sweden. When I think of Sweden, I think of tall, blonde hair, blue eyes. I never met a tall, blonde hair, blue eyed black man before. So we don't need no damn reparations. Yeah. In India, man, do you know the maddest thing is, yeah? Like, there are a bunch of Indian people in Northampton. There's a bunch of Indian people. No, I didn't say Pakistan or Bangladesh. Indian. I don't think, maybe one time that I haven't realized, but other than one, I'm just gonna say one because I may have, not realized. But I've only met, let's say, a maximum of one, but I don't even think so. I haven't met one Indian family in one council house in Northampton. I've met people from Pakistan and Bangladesh, but no Indian. Not one Indian. Not one. Not one Indian. Met everything else. Black, white, yeah, African, Jamaica, wherever, Pakistan, Bangladesh, wherever. I've even met a man from Azerbaijan, literally. I haven't met no Japanese people. I've met Chinese, Vietnamese. No Japanese. Yeah. But I don't think I've met one Indian family. Not one. And they are about in Northampton. You know why? Because them man, they're smart with their money, man. I think they were saying like 75% of Indian people own their own home. Like 40% of all properties owned in the UK are owned by Indians. But they're only like 10% of the population or something like that. When I say Indians, I mean man from India. I'm not talking about Asian people. I'm talking about just India. The orange, the white, the green. And you know, most of them are Hindu man as well, you know. So we can even exclude the Sikh people. But I've never met no Sikh people, I don't think. I don't think I've met any Sikh people or not. Yeah. Nah, I don't think I've met one Sikh person. Now, unless these Indian people are living in housing association, then they own their own homes. Opinions on police workers. I ain't got no problem with no police workers. Try to avoid interacting with them because obviously, you know, trying to keep out of trouble and that. When you say 71%, yeah, do you mean 71% of Indians own their own property or 71% of properties are owned by Indians in the UK? That can't be in the UK. That's right. Yeah, so just clarify what the 71% represents. Does it represent 71% of Indians own their own property? Yeah. Indians live in owner occupied mortgages. Yeah, all right, yeah. So yeah, they own their own property, yeah. Rather than 6 properties, is it better to have one house worth $1 million? No. I'd rather have 6 properties worth $1 million than own one house that's worth $1 million. Because how the hell are you going to get rental income from if you only have one house? You don't want to be renting out rooms. Remember, if you've got 6 properties, now you've got 6 separate entities that can go up in value. Big up Mali. He said, listening to Jay Wise while doing bicep curls is a W. What, are you at the gym or you at home? You got equipment at your house. What do you think of house flipping? Yeah, why not? Me personally, I haven't done it yet. I haven't flipped no properties yet. Because I've never sold a property. I've only bought. And to be fair, I don't even want to sell properties. You know why? Because there's something that's in between. Listen, the process of buying, selling a property should be running smoothly, but there's something that's in between that's very highly unpredictable and fucking stupid, and that is a human being. Big up Ali Ed. Yeah, big up Ali A with the 79p super chat. Do you ever get depressed being so aware? No, it's more I get frustrated being so aware. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You see, most people are blind to things, yeah? Me, I see everything. It's almost like you have a sixth sense. It's almost like you can see air. It's all around you and you can't avoid it. You just see people's stupid behavior. You come across it all day long. You come across people who make excuses. All of these people in their council houses and that. I said, this is the situation I'm in now. What's the situation you're in? Yo, Jay, I work for a property management company. Do any of your properties have a service charge attached? Yeah. Yeah, all of my flats have service charges. Yeah. It's cheap. It's like £40 every 3 months for each of them, something like that. None of the properties have a escalator, have a lift. How many properties you want until you buy a nice car? It's not about the number of properties, it's about the income. So for me to get a really nice car, like a McLaren or something like that, like I need to have a certain amount of income. Oh no, man, probably like 15 grand coming in a month or something like that. Then I'll buy a McLaren. Maybe, I don't know. Something like that. Do you know what? Yeah, I just see This is why, yeah, you need to get rich. This is why you need to start investing your time into making some goddamn money. I just went into the fridge, yeah, because obviously I've got a fridge here and I've got a fridge at the other house. So I know in one of my fridges I've got that drink Capella. It's like well, I mean, it comes with different flavors, but mine's like the cloudy apple one. So as I approached the fridge, I'm like, right, I'm gonna go and get some Capella and that. I opened up the fridge and I was disappointed. You know, there's people that ain't got no food in their fridge. There's people that have got hardly any food in their fridge. Yeah, a lot of the time I ain't got no food in my fridge, but guess what? I got a lot of fucking money. There's people that ain't got no food in their fridge, ain't got no fucking money in their bank. Yeah. If I want one of them to be empty, it definitely has to be the fridge. The fucking bank account can never be empty. The fridge can be empty because the fridge can always be replenished. The bank account cannot be empty. Told you already, that old man said, come, let me show you that my fridge is empty. Fam, you think I want your fucking sympathy? I don't give a damn if your fridge is empty. You're 70 years old. What have you been doing over the last 5 decades of your life? What was you doing over the last solid 3 decades between the age of 25 to 55 years old when you were young and healthy? 55 years old is not old, you know. What was you doing? Fucking around. How can, yeah, in a 30-year period, you don't, how can after 30 years you don't even have 30 grand? That means you haven't even saved up £1,000 a year. How can you not save up £1,000 a year? That's £100 a month. You want me to feel sorry for you? Oh. Yeah, I hear, blood. I don't give a fuck, fam. He deserves to starve. Do you know why? Because he didn't put no work in. Why should you be rewarded and have a good life if you didn't work for it? Are you a woman? Do you expect to just be provided for? Do you expect to just be born with value? I've done a reaction video. This was on Sunday. When I'm going to release it, I don't know. It's probably it's either going to be on Patreon or the members on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I might upload a little clip of it on TikTok. But this video is called Men, How Y'all Do It? Yeah, it's an American woman. She was like, yo, I gotta give you men props. You men will work a job and then work another job on top of that. Like you men, you just don't stop working. All you do is work. You men have a hard life. What else is there to do? If you don't work, you're gonna starve. So you might as well work. What's the alternative to not working or not making something of your life? What are you gonna do? Go on and fucking exist and live in a forest? The only individual, the only being on planet Earth, yeah, that don't need to fucking work is a genuine 10. Even an 8. An 8, if she meets the right guy, yeah, she don't need to ever work. She don't ever need to work. But a straight up genuine 10, yo, she will never need to work. Yo, just get a rich husband. Just get a rich footballer boyfriend or whatever. You will never need to work. Never need to work. So this person said, how do I get a mindset like yours? Just keep watching my videos. Keep watching my videos, but let's say, for example, yeah, like for me, like I've said in this live stream, everyone is fucking stupid. I want you to watch and analyze everyone around you and everyone that you come across, even in shops, and ask yourself, is this person coming across like they're stupid? And when I say stupid, I don't mean like they don't know what 1 + 1 is and that. Like, are they being stupid? Like, are they complicating things that don't need to be complicated? You understand? I come across it every day. I will speak to people. It could be in a shop. I will tell someone, give me lettuce and tomatoes, and they will say something completely different. I don't mince my words. I speak with good English or clear English. I know I talk with slang, but I still speak clearly, and they will still mess it up. Yeah? Ask yourself, is this person being fucking stupid? because I see it all day long, all day, every day. So you need to start analyzing people. Yeah, that's how you develop a mindset. Like, man, this guy on TikTok's asking. I said, how are you motivated all time at all times? Do you know what? I train myself, yeah, just to get up and do things that I don't like to do, which is going running. That's it. Yeah. I don't like going running, but I get up and I make myself go running. That's how I stay quote unquote motivated. It's not motivation, it's discipline. So I'm not motivated, I'm disciplined. I'm not motivated to get up and go running, but I go running. I told you like this the other day. I was in my car, I was driving home, and I said, right, it's exercise day today, yeah? Because I don't go running every other day. I'll either go to the gym or go running every other day. So every other day I'll do some form of exercise. So I'm driving back home and I'm like, right, it's exercise day today. Should I go running or should I go to the gym? And I said, well, I don't want to go running, so I'm going to go to the gym. And a voice in my head said, because you said you don't want to go running, you're going running. Yeah. You should have said you're going gym. Yeah. Yeah. You should have said, oh, you don't mind going gym or something, or you don't mind go running. Yeah. But because I said to myself, I don't want to go running, so I'm going to go to the gym, I made myself go. That's it. You got to be hard on yourself. You got to be hard on yourself. No one is coming to save you. Your local council, your local MP, your mum, your dad. None of your family's coming to save you. Andrew Tate can't save you. Jay Wise can't save you. Gary Stevenson, he ain't gonna save you. Yeah? No one is coming to save you. No member of parliament, Labour government's not gonna save you. The Conservatives, they can't save you. Barack Obama couldn't save black people. Apparently, the black on black crime went up when Barack Obama was in power. Nobody is coming to save you. So you can only save yourself. Your mum is not going to drag you out of bed and make you work hard so you can get a Ferrari. Only you can make yourself get a Ferrari. We are not fortunate enough to be born to millionaire parents who can provide us with properties and cars and that. Now, my kids, they will be able to be entitled to a free property and that. But I wasn't, you ain't. So you got to work for it. You got to work for it. Oh, big up. This guy. You need to change your name, man. I don't even want to say it, but yeah, man said, bro, Jay Wise, it's me. I started my training first day. Yeah, come on, man. When was your first day? Was it today? Yeah. Change your name, man. What happened to you? Change it from waste man to working man. Get me? Yeah. Change that emoji face as well, man. There ain't nothing to be laughing at. You ain't rich yet. Yeah. Leave the laughing to the rich people. Yeah. That's why, man. Oh, why do you look so vexed all the time? Yeah, I'm taking life seriously. Yeah, that's why, man, look vexed. Ain't nothing to laugh about. I'll laugh when I'm in the Ferrari. Right now, I ain't in a Ferrari, so I ain't laughing. Man are laughing like they've reached the finish line. Motherfucker, you ain't even started the race yet. Yeah, you ain't even started the race yet. Man, laughing. There ain't nothing to be laughing at. Man will complete a new mission on his GTA, whatever, or whatever video game and be celebrating and that. Yo, how are you celebrating and you're still living at your mom's house in a box room? Your room stinks because it's so small, they can't even get no fucking airflow in the room. You have to keep your door shut because your mom don't want to hear your nonsense, fam. And you're celebrating? Come on, man. Come on, fam. Like, even listen to it, man. I'm talking. You can hear an echo. I'm in a large room. Yeah. I don't make videos from my bedroom because I'm not living at my mom's house. This is why, yeah, you stop listening to these stupid kids that say, don't get a mortgage, or mortgages for slaves or whatever crap and that. They're making videos from their mom's house. They're in the bedroom of their mom's house. They're in a box room and they're talking about, don't get a mortgage. Their mom is shouting, shut the hell up. The only time they can make videos downstairs in their living room is when there's no family, there's no one in the house. It's the only time they make videos in their living room. Why do you think so much of these youths make videos in their car? Because their mum, they don't want their mum or dad to interrupt their video. That's why, yeah, when I'm at my mum's house, I don't make much videos. When I'm at my mum's house, I have to time the videos perfectly. Yeah? Fucking every five, there's plenty of times when I be starting making a video in my mum's house in the living room, and my mum's there's no door in the living room, yeah. And one of my family will be shouting, "Fuck! I can't make no videos." That's why at certain times you don't see me sitting in my car and that. That might be because I've made that video because I was at my mum's house that weekend. So I can't sit in my mum's living room and make videos and that because it's just too loud. Then you got dumb mute. What's that black cute with the big lips talking about? What's his name? See, someone put his name in the chat. Always, man, still. Talking about why would you want to spend 20 or 30 grand on a deposit for a property when you can invest that in yourself? This youth is claiming to be a fucking entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur and 20 or 30 grand is big money to you that you can't spend that and get that back, you ain't no entrepreneur. You are not an entrepreneur. I'm not saying 20 or 30 grand is money you want to throw down the drain or gamble it away on black and it lands on red. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, yo, if 20, 30 grand is big money, like, yo, once I get this, that's it, man. I got to hold on to this for the rest of eternity. You ain't no entrepreneur. You ain't no entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, them man, they can get money easily. Yeah? If I'm level 100 in Battlefield, how can you call me? I will never get to no level 100 or no level 5 in any video game because I just won't start. I have not played video games. Well, I'm going to be 33 next month. Yeah. When was the last time? Well, the last video game I bought was Black Ops, the first one. Yeah. The Black Ops, the first one. Actually, no. When did Resident Evil 5 come out? Let's check this. Because Black Ops, the first one, came out in 07 010. I was 17 in 2010. That's how you know man's fucking old, blood. Right. Resident Evil 5. That was the last game I bought, I think. Resident Evil 5. Let's see when it came out. Is it Resident Evil 5? Yeah, the one where they went to Africa, isn't it? Yeah. That one was a good one still. I like that game. Right, when was it released? Oh shit. Yeah, so Black Ops came out after that. Yeah, Black Ops was the last game I ever bought. Because Resident Evil 5 came out in 09. Now, obviously, I didn't buy it. Like, it came out on the 5th of March in 09. I know I didn't buy it then. I would have bought it later on in that year. JYS wasn't always rich. JYS didn't always have money, so, you know, couldn't afford games straight away. But anyway, yeah. But when Black Ops came out, I remember I bought it the week after it came out because the day it came out, people were lining up outside Asda. Yeah, Edmonton Green. Me and my brethren went over there to get it for free off of people, if you get what I'm trying to say. Now, he got one, I didn't. Yeah. So I just want to end up buying it the next week. That's what I'm going to say. So, yeah, I definitely bought Black Ops, the first one, the week after it came out. Yeah, that was the last game that I bought, and that was in 2010. Let's check. Let's check what year it was. Black Ops UK release. Friday, the 25th of October. So I would have bought it the following week. which would have been probably the first week of November. It was a good game still, man, but no, hold on a minute. Black Ops 1. Call of Duty Black Ops was released in the UK on the 9th of November 2010. So I would have bought it the week after. Yeah. So second or third week of November 2010. That's when I bought Black Ops. Yeah, man, it was a good game still, but what's the most successful person you've met? What did he do? What was his ethnicity? Do you not remember, yeah, there was a story that I told about a guy tried to not pay me for a job where I fitted some spotlights in this kind of like mansion. And I was on his case, ringing him at 2 in the morning. Yo, where's my money, bro? Where's my money, fam? I even went on Google Maps to try and track down where he lived. I knew he lived in Northolt, and I knew he lived there, some shops that was like in a residential part. There was me going on Google Maps to try and find this guy's house to turn up to his yard. Yeah. Anyway, so one time, yeah, the reason why I ended up doing the job, me and this guy went out for a motorbike ride. Yeah. So we just linked up. We met up at Krispy Kreme Enfield, and we didn't even know where to go. He was like, "Do you know what? I've got a job to go and look at in Gerrard's Cross. We're going out for a ride anyway. We don't even know where we're going. Let's just go down there." Yeah, so, cool. So I just followed him down there. Gerrard's Cross. I don't even know what county that's in. Someone Google what county Gerrard's Cross is in. Is it in Buckinghamshire or something like that? Someone Google what county Gerrard's Cross is in. Oh, Buckinghamshire. Yeah. So anyway, we ridden the bikes down there. Yeah. So I don't even know where we're going. I'm just following him. Yeah. Cool. Boom. So we're going down there now. Obviously, ripping up the road. He's on the 1000. I'm on the 600. This is years ago. I didn't have no R1 back then. So anyway, we've gone to this nice area. I've never even heard of Gerrard's Cross in my life. Yeah. All I know is Edmonton. Yeah. So anyway, we've gone down there, and yeah, we're going down this road where there's these big houses and that. But obviously, I don't know when we're stopping off and that. Boom, we've pulled into some driveway and that. I'm like, yo, is this the place? Yeah. I'm like, raw. So anyway, we've gone into this big mansion. Like, I don't know if it's a mansion, but to me, it's a mansion. Because I Googled the property. It was worth 4.5 million back then, you know. This was like in 2017 or something like that. Yeah. This is when I just first got my Northampton property. Within the first 6 months of me getting my Northampton property. So anyway, boom. So I've gone into this yard now. You know, one of these yards where the door is massive. The door is like 10 foot tall, like crazy. Yeah. One of them horseshoe driveways. Yeah. Massive garage attached to the house where you park your car and whatever. Yeah. So anyway, my man had, I think, the key for the shutter to open up the garage. Yo, there was a Bentley in there. Yeah, but not surprisingly anyway. So we've gone into the house through the front door now, yeah. And obviously, it's like one of those ones where I think there's like a spiral staircase, and there's one big long chandelier. It probably cost like 10 grand. So anyway, I'm walking through the yard now. I've only been in the yard like what 2 minutes or whatever. I'm walking through the hallway and that. I'm seeing pictures of the family. Yo, black people. I was like, what? I was like, yo, cool, I ain't gonna say his name. Yo, is the guy black? He was like, yeah. He was like, I was shocked because he got the job through like someone that he knows. And the person that he knows said, yeah, this is the address. Go to the address. The client is waiting for you to come and have a look and inspect the work that needs to be done. He said when the guy answered the door, he nearly had a heart attack. He was obviously, you don't want to go there and go to a mansion that you know is worth millions and expect a black man to answer the door. Now I think he was Nigerian as well, you know. think he was Nigerian. Yeah, he owned some sort of like security company for like the coast. He deals with like security ships, something like that. But he's involved in other businesses as well. But like one of his things is like security ships for like the border control, something like that. So yeah, he was Nigerian still. Yeah. That to me that's the richest guy that I've come across. There is a guy who's like almost like family and that. He's known to be a millionaire and that. Apparently, allegedly, my granddad was a millionaire. Apparently, I don't believe that to be true. Imagine, yeah, this is so mad, yeah. So obviously, you don't really hear me talk about my grandparents or anything like that. So obviously, I'm a Jamaican, yeah. I'm born here, but I'm a Jamaican. Obviously, we all have 4 grandparents. We have 2 from our mom and 2 from our dad. On my dad's side, both of them are Jamaican. My mom's mom is Jamaican, but my mom's dad is from Antigua. It's a little Caribbean island next to Montserrat. Yeah. Anyway, for some crazy reason, yeah, my granddad lived in Nigeria for years. Yeah. My granddad lived, he had a house, woman, everything in Nigeria for years. One time he phoned me on my birthday. I thought I was talking to a Nigerian person because obviously when you're living out somewhere, you're gonna pick up the accent, innit? I'm thinking like, yo, what the fuck? Like, he sounded like one of my fucking, because obviously all my brothers is African and that. Whether they're from Nigeria or Ghana or Congo or Angola and that, all my brothers is African. When my granddad phoned me, I thought I was talking to an African man, you know? Mad. But nah, my granddad is straight Antiguan and that. He ain't no African. Like this Pisa person said, big up yourself. Yeah, come on, man. Right, let me see. Like this Ray J person said, I'm back. Oh, okay. So you changed your name to Snazzy, yeah? Yeah, come on, man. Done now. Right, big up Carl NY for the follow. Yeah, man. Trying to get this to 10K, man. Man, been putting in work, uploading videos for free for TikTok to ban me on my original account. Vex, blood. And that would have been a good month as well, because I was getting some numbers, you know. Then they rascal banned me to blood. Jay, I done the DNA test. Turns out I'm 50% Jewish. Oh, I mean, I'm 40% Nigerian, you know. That's why a lot of people that see me and that, they think I'm Nigerian. But nah. Yeah, don't let what I said about my granddad living in Nigeria, that's got nothing to do with it. But yeah, man. My 40% Nigerian. When I meet Nigerian people, like they think I'm one of them, but just born here in England. Some obviously some African people say that, nah, I thought you was Jamaican by the way you speak. I'm like, I'm from London. That's got nothing to do with, you know, my heritage and that. Man put Olowa J. Yeah. Olowa J. J Wise is a Niger man. He's putting a Nigerian flag. But I think if I was a Nigerian, I'd probably look like them Igbo people. I don't think I look like a Yoruba. Is it press 1 if you're Nigerian in the chat? TikTok, YouTube. Press 1 if you're a Nigerian. I want to know how much Nigerian. 111. Do I look like I would be if I was to be a Nigerian? Would I be Yoruba or Igbo? I'd be Igbo, innit? I look Igbo, innit? There's no. I know what Yoruba man look like. Yeah, we got quite a few Nigerians in the chat still. I said you're light skin. Nah, look Caribbean. The reason why I'm this color is because my mom's light skin. My mom's not dark. But my dad is like a little bit darker than me. He's just like an average black color and that. But like my mom is a lighty. My mom's light skin. Like to be fair, like this is actually like my natural color, you know. Look how light my arm is, yeah, because it don't get no sunlight and that, yeah. So I'm actually quite light, to be fair. I mean, I feel like I'm a dark skinned man, but I'm not actually. I'm actually quite unlike. I'm not light skinned though. But if we have a spectrum and that, yeah, if we have dark, if we have light and we have medium, I'm in between light and medium, definitely. Because I'm less than medium. Like a lot of us, yeah, you know, we think we're black. We call ourselves black. No, there was one guy that lived on my estate in Edmond. He don't live there no more. He was Jamaican. This guy was dark. You know, like them man from Sudan or whatever. You know them dark man. Them yo, he was like one of them. Yeah, like this guy yeah, was so dark. He was actually black. We are not black. We're just pretending. Yeah, this guy was actually black. He was dark. He was so dark. You don't really find Jamaican people that dark. Yo, he was jet black. He was black. We ain't black. We're just pretending, fam. Yeah. Yeah. I remember one time, yeah, I was in Asda in Edmonton Green. Yeah. These two chicks walked in. They must have been from Sudan, or I keep saying Sudan, yeah, because to me, they're like the blackest black people that you can find. Maybe I'm wrong about the country, but there's Blick. There's one country in Africa, the people are this color. Yeah. These two girls walked in, yeah, and they walked down one of the aisles. Yo, I couldn't help but stare at them. Yo, they made me look like I was fucking mixed race, blood. They were black. They were actually black. Yo, they sucked the sunlight out of the sun to blood clot. They were black. They were black. Yeah, them people from Senegal are quite dark as well. I met a guy from Senegal. This guy was like 6'8". He was massive. Some tall, skinny guy. I mean, he wasn't even really skinny, but he was tall. South Sudan and Senegal are blick. Is South Sudan next to Senegal? Because more than likely, ethnically, they'll probably be the same people. Because what you have to understand is in Africa, the country borders were just created by white people on that. So, see the map of Africa. Let's check where Sudan is. And let's check where. Where the fuck is Senegal? I can't even see on the map. Where the hell is it? Because I know Senegal's next to Gambia. I can't even see Gambia on the map, you know. Where the fuck is it? Oh shit, I didn't realize it was so. Oh my days. Oh my days. I thought fucking Senegal and Gambia were near like Nigeria and Chad and Cameroon and that, you know. I never knew that Senegal and Gambia were proper West Africa. There's me looking in Central Africa, you know. If anything, I expect it to be closer to Togo and Nigeria rather than right on the West Coast. Because Senegal and Gambia used to be the same country. I think it used to be called Senegal Gambia or something like that, and then they split. Right, I was thinking a complete different. Because obviously I know, you know, Central Africa and shit like that. Like, man, yeah, no, I did not know that. You know, some of them Ghanaian people are dark as well, boy. Man said your knuckles are pitch are a bit. What no? What's the person saying? Someone said, Jay, your knuckles are a bit mad. Yeah. So yeah, like basically, yeah. When police write down information about a person, yeah, they will put like distinctive features. Yeah. So let's say, for example, yeah, someone has a distinctive feature, which is like a crooked nose or a dragon tattoo on their neck or a slice down the side of their face. They will write down slice down the side of their face or crooked nose or blind in one eye or dragon tattoo on the neck, whatever. Do you know what they used to write down? They put down, I swear to God, they put down as distinctive features for me, burn marks on hands. Bro, I ain't got no burn. Yo, this is just dry skin, fam. They put down burn marks on knuckles. I swear to God. Burn marks on knuckles. I swear to God. Burn marks on knuckles. That was from when I was like 16, you know. What do they think? I was fucking abused by my parents or something like that. Nah, it's not eczema. It's just dry skin. I ain't got no eczema. I've gone from 33 to fucking 52 now. Yeah, it was from punching man up. Yeah. Yeah, coming off in 5 minutes anyway. Renting hotels to migrants seems like a lucrative business, your opinion? Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand why these English people be standing outside the fucking migrant hotels and that. Like, yo, get a fucking life, blood. Get a life. Do you think I've got time to be standing outside a hotel protesting? It's not because, oh, they're coming over here and committing crimes and that. No, it's got nothing to do with that. Because back in the day, there were some evil motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna say their names because this video will probably get taken down off fucking TikTok and that. But yo, you had some twisted guys, some crazy body count. And I'm not talking about because they were around breathing up every guy. I'm talking about some mad body counts and that. So this man all been doing fuckery from day one. They just don't want people coming over from different places. That's it. They don't want them coming over and taking their cleaning jobs. Yeah? They don't want them taking their cleaning jobs, man. Jay Wise, how do I stop man staring at me at work? I mean, what sort of job or industry are you in anyway? Look, people are gonna look at you. I mean, if you really feel like someone's watching you and they got a problem in that, you need to ask them like, "Yo, are you good? Yeah, like, is there a problem, fam?" And the man will just turn and say, "No, I'm good." Yeah, I thought I've seen you from somewhere. Listen, people are gonna stare at you in this world. Yeah. Yo, don't go to them Eastern European countries. People will just stare at you. Yo, I remember when I went Czech Republic, yeah. Yo, me and my brother, obviously, he's black as well, yeah. He's half Nigerian, half Jamaican. We used to ride the train, the metro. Yo, we'd get on the train, everyone was just staring at us. Everybody not in like, no, not on no smoke. But what I'm saying, everyone was just looking. They were just staring and that. Jay, what's your opinion? You kick these migrants out? I mean, put them to work or they have to leave, isn't it? Simple. I said, coming like you're a foreign species. Yeah. Yeah, they're just staring in that. But Like that's the thing, yeah. People say, oh, he's racist or they're staring, or like a black man goes to China and they want to touch your hair. Yo, I've seen them video there, yeah, where people are where the black man goes to China, people touching his hair, want to touch his skin and that. And people are getting annoyed. Like, even the guys getting annoyed, like, oh, the Chinese people want to come up to me and touch my hair, touch my skin. Yo, ain't you seen those videos where the blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman goes to Africa, goes to the rural village, rural tribes and that, and the little kids want to touch the woman's blonde hair? It's the same thing. So hold on a minute. It's not racist when black people do it to white people, but when white people or Chinese people want to do it to black people, now it's racist. Come on, man. Blood, don't do it, but don't do it. Don't do it. But if you go to the Sentinel Island, they will put you to bed. Yeah, because you don't look like them. I might be able to get away with it. Yeah. I mean, they'll look at me and think, you're mixed raced. Yeah. They'll think I'm mixed raced. Yeah. But yeah, you people that look like the walls in my house, don't go to the Sentinel Island. Don't go to the North Sentinel Island. Yeah, they will put you to bed. Big up Miss 528 with the super chat. £1. They will put you to bed, blood. They will literally put you to bed. They will show, yeah, they will show man them how to drill on the ops. Yeah, they will show you how to drill on the pagans them. Yeah. What's your response to the comment saying you act like a victim? What? Hold on. TikTok should ban your blood clot for life. You love to be a victim, and then this person says, Soldier, he's the last person to have a victim mindset in a real way. Yeah. Oh, I ain't got no victim mindset, man. You might know I ain't got no victim mindset, man. Listen, apparently all the odds are stacked against me because I'm a black man, but I'm still thriving. And it's not even just, oh yeah, this guy's just good at buying properties and stuff. No, it's my mindset as well. I don't believe that life is harder for me as a black man. I'm not an excuse maker. And even if life is harder for me as a black man, these are the cards I'm dealt with. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be nothing? There's guys right now, yeah, think that they can't get a girl because they're under 6 foot. I saw a video, yeah. There's a youth called Chinks in prison right now. He's probably Chinese, if not Vietnamese. He's short. He's about 5'2". And guess what? His kids are mixed race. They're half black, half Vietnamese or Chinese. Tell me where the fucking height discrimination was there. Not only did this guy get some girls, he was even able to breed them too. Some chicks wanted him to pass on his genes. This guy is about 5'3". He's tiny. The fucking live got banned. Oh no, it's a violation warning. Hey, I'm coming off soon anyway. But yeah, this guy was still able to get gal being 5'3", 5'2". Well, don't tell me about your height. Yeah, these are the cards you've been dealt with. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna sit and complain about it, or you're gonna make the best out of an alleged bad situation? Them black pill man, I'm telling you, it's just an excuse. All of this, I'm not 6 foot. I'm not making 100 grand a year. I ain't fucking got a jawline made out of granite. It's just an excuse to not get gal. That's it. It's just your excuse. You think, yeah, that every guy who's 6'3" is just slaying them down? No. Come on, man. There's guys who are fucking 6'3" that ain't fucking fucked in 3 years. I know them. I know, man. 6'1", 6'2", over 6 feet, ain't banned in 3, maybe 4 years. Not bad looking as well. Yeah, decent looking. I've seen women fancy them, so therefore they're on the good-looking side of the fence. It's just an excuse, man. You get out, start talking to girl. That's it. Start socializing, start approaching chicks. Yeah. Stop sitting in your house playing video games, hoping that a girl's gonna come knock on your front door. No girls come to knock on your front door, fam. I'm telling you that now. You're not gonna hear that door knock and answer the door, and it's gonna be some 10. No way. The only time a nice girl might knock on your door is a delivery. I remember one time, yeah, this is in Edinburgh. I mean, the chick weren't anything special, but obviously a delivery came to the house, not for me, like obviously one of my family members and that. So I just opened up the door and I was like, oh, I didn't expect a delivery chick to look like this. Yeah. But this is like, you know, like anyone can do Amazon parcel deliveries and that. So it's just some normal chick that probably just trying to get some extra money. She ain't a delivery woman. You understand? Yeah, she's just some chick that she ain't even got a fucking delivery van. She's got her car loaded up. I think it was even like an Audi A1 or something like that. I was like, oh, this is actually like a gyal, you know what I mean, innit? Yeah. That's the only time a nice chick is gonna knock at your door. Is to deliver a parcel. That's it. Yeah. Unless you're some A-list celebrity. Yeah, obviously, when you're younger and girls fancy you, they will knock at you. Oh, you're coming to play out and that. Yeah, obviously, innit? But, I mean, you shouldn't be playing out when you're still fucking 27, 32 years old. All right, mom, I'm going to play out. All right, be back before 7. Dinner's ready at 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Man said, I know you offered her tea. I mean, I can't remember. When was the last time I went out technically to play out? Okay, what? I mean, I would say to my mom, yeah, I'm going to play out. I was on the road, yeah, doing nonsense. 14 years old and that. Obviously, man, been out on the road since I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? Just prowling the streets of Edman. Yo, my mom used to call me a street rat. Yeah, never wanted to come home. Love being outdoors, man. Obviously, man would play video games and that, but yo, man was out, just run outs, getting up to mischief and that. Getting girls now is hard though. Yo, getting girls has always been hard. You know what I mean? It's never been easy. Yeah, it's easy in school and that. Yeah, but when you become an adult and you just live in your own life and you go to and from work and that, of course it's gonna get harder and that because you're not around an abundance of females. So of course it's gonna be more difficult and that. And you know, going up to girls and approaching girls in the street, yeah, that's all well good and that, yeah. Like you can get numbers and that. But it don't always, it hardly ever works. That's just the name of the game. But you should still do it though. You should just do it simply for the fact of like, you're developing the mindset of, if I want something in life, I will go and make an attempt, whether it's business, whether it's trying to take on a new challenge and that, where you see a nice girl. You know how much guys right now, yeah, every day, they walk past nice girls and they never say anything. They never say anything. It could be the easiest opportunity. It's just you and her in the street. Yeah. There's not a crowd of people around, nothing. A guy will still never say anything. Yeah, man forgot to girl, man. You get the number, yeah, it ain't gonna go nowhere really. But yo, it's apparently it's a skill to have. Like I was watching a video, I'm like, yeah, you know what, this is a skill, you know. Because they were talking about some YouTube video, like, yo, it's actually a skill to be able to go up to a stranger, stop them, and convince them to give you your number, like in a non-forceful, crazy way. And I'm like, you know what, this is natural. This is natural. Me, I probably approached 1,000 girls in my life. Didn't say get 1,000 numbers, but probably approached 1,000 girls in my life. I remember the first time I was watching a video about this other day. I can't remember what they said. Something about, can you remember the first girl that you approached or something like that? When was the first girl? Who was the first girl that I approached? Do you know what? Yeah, I think I even remember her name. For some reason, yeah, I think her name was Aisha. This girl would currently be about 34 years old. So she was 2 years older than me. I think her name is Aisha. and I think she went to our school. I remember I was walking through Emmerton Green. Now, these guys, one of them actually became my friend years later, but one of them was just a guy that lived on my estate. Yeah, he was a year older than me. But we happened to be walking through Emmerton Green. Obviously, you know, like we live on the same estate, so we must have bumped into each other in Emmerton Green. And I can't remember what we was talking about. And I think he said, like, oh, do you like that girl? He told me, go and approach that girl. So I went and approached her. Yeah. Yo, man was stuttering. I remember I was sweating, bammy. Yo, now, but man, see a girl, nothing. I remember, yo, shook. So I've had it piss my knickers, blood. Yo. But now, nah. But I remember. Good times. Obviously, man's 14 and that. But yeah, that's funny, man. Not asking friends or family for help. Is that considered weak? Hold on, you're kind of wording it as a double negative. So are you so is asking, so basically let's just speak with plain English now. Is asking friends or family for help considered to be weak? I mean, with my ego, yeah. Listen, if you want to ask friends and family for help, that's up to you. Me personally, I'm not asking no friends and family for help. No way. Even if I was homeless, no, I'll sleep out on the streets. Do you think, yeah, with the way I talk and come across and in my videos and that, you think any of my family members would help me? Do you know, some of them would help me and they would answer the door to me. Let's say I phoned them up and say, yo, I'm homeless. Can you take me in or whatever? They would come. I would go to their house and I'd open up the door and humble pie. Yeah, where's them 6 properties now and that? I know there's certain family members they would love to see man crash and fall and that. Yeah. I would never give any of them the side. The only individual in this world that can see me vulnerable and weak is my mom. That's it. Yeah, not my dad. I don't know my dad, so no. My mom. That's it. Yeah. My mom used to wipe my bottom. Yeah. So someone say rise, but I'm not rising no one, bro. You don't need to be talking to anyone. You need to be working, my friend. I have a big family around me in my circle. I've never asked for help. A mate of mine called me weak for not asking for help. Yeah, obviously, I can understand why people will say, oh, yeah, you're weak, man, because you don't want to show vulnerability and that. Me, I'm just one of them, man. I've got too much of an ego for that stuff. But yeah, man, if you listen, at the end of the day, man, as a man, you're going to have to learn how to get through your problems on your own. So who pays for what? I mean, when I had Nadia living here, no, well, at the other house, really, I paid for everything, man. I mean, I don't need no woman to go fucking 50-50. Me, I'm a self-made, self-sufficient man. I don't need no woman to go no fucking 50-50. If you got £50 this month, the gas. Man, I said that. I'm self-reliant. I never ask for help. Yeah, man. Obviously, like me, I'll ask for help, like extra hand or something like that. Like, or you know, my car's broken down, come pick me up. Like, help me. Nah. What about holidays and things for you paying? I ain't paying. I ain't even spoke to Nadia in a bit anyway. Me and her not even talking anyway. So, bro, no offense, but I've had a lot of chaos from Jamaican and white council neighbors. My row of properties is privately owned. I can relate to your videos. Haha. Yeah. Obviously, this person's probably like of Asian descent, Pakistan or Bangladesh. And that's why I say no offense. Yeah. Listen, I'm a Jamaican. I'm a proud Jamaican. I've even got the Jamaican flag hanging out of my window. I don't want to live next to no Jamaicans. whether they're born here or born over there. No, they can live on the same street as me, far up the road. I will nod my head when I see them, but I don't want them living next door. There's no advantages for me to live next door to Jamaicans. They're gonna make up noise in the house. They're gonna bun weed. They're gonna play loud music. There's no advantages. They're not gonna be rich, so we're not gonna be able to communicate on a level where I'm going to be benefiting for any words that come out of their mouth. There's no advantages to me living next to any Jamaicans. So I may as well just live next to some old 80-year-old white woman, because they can't provide any value to me. All they can do is piss me off. That's it. Piss me off. That's it. But I don't want to live next to no Jamaicans. Put me next to some old 80-year-old white woman. No problem. A guy said something about marrying. I ain't giving her half equity when divorced, and she ain't been paying more. Bro, I ain't fucking getting married at all, bro. Forget that, bro. Not getting married at all. I said, "Where's my book?" Oh, was that you that bought it from what do you call it, eBay the other day? Yeah, I dispatched it the other day. What's the first letter of your government name, rude boy? Just put the first letter of your name. I know where it is anyway. Oh, you said I ordered to the petrol station. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't, yo, listen, I don't know what happened to that order, but I never dispatched that book, you know. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So this R person here, yeah. How many letters is your first name? Because I remember the person. How many letters is your first name? I know how much it is. What made you want to do the bathroom black? Yeah, I know who you are. Your first name, the last letter begins with ends in N. Yeah, ends in N. Yeah, I know who you are. I dispatched it the other day. Yeah, man, I dispatched it the other day. So you might get it in like 2 days or something. Nah, it's not Ryan. Nah, it's not Ryan. Because I know a little boy. His name that's his name. So that's why I remember his name. But he will get the book, man. Nah, man, I dispatched it the other day, man. Obviously, I dispatched it like after a week and a half. Like, so does that mean you bought it twice, or did you get your money back or something? Because the first time you paid for it, yeah, I never dispatched it because I'm not dispatching no book to no fucking petrol station. Oh fuck, blood. Man said poor. Girl said poor customer service. You know, this is a black man customer service. Yeah. Welcome to dealing with black people. Oh, this girl, she's Polish, I think, isn't it? Yeah, with a name spelled like that, it has to be Polish. Bro. Yeah, welcome to dealing with black people. I say, keep that yard in your mom's name, boy. Yeah, yeah. If that will protect you against a woman cleaning you out, yeah, damn right, bro. You ever listen to someone who tells you they are the third, fourth generation in the UK with zero properties? Like, what were their grandparents doing? Well, yeah, that's me. You did it. Well, obviously, I've got my own properties and that. But what I'm saying is that potentially would have been me. That is 95% of the black community in that. Grandparents, parents on a joke. On a joke. How can there be no properties in the bloodline? It's properties. Yo, it's a little bit of money that you put down as a deposit. How can you get from the age of 20 to 50 years old and not even own a property? How can you, in that time, not have saved up 30 grand to put down a deposit on a property? Unbelievable. I said, I'm booking a mentoring session. Yeah. Send me a DM. But yeah, no, the book's definitely coming, 110%. If I buy your book, can you dispatch the next day? Yeah. Oh no, hey, don't tell her no. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I didn't see the notification on eBay. That's the problem. But yeah, buy the book. I'll dispatch it the next day. Yeah. I mean, I've done that plenty of times and that. It's just I didn't see the notification straight away. And obviously, when I first saw that petrol station purchase ages ago, I'm like, nah, I'm not sending it to no petrol station. You go in a petrol station, and a man will be, oh, a book is come for me. Have you seen my book? The petrol station man will point you to the top shelf with the women and yeah. You want book, brother? There's book up there. Yeah. Do they even still have top shelf books, magazines? Do they still have them magazines of things you shouldn't be watching? You know what? I need to do that video of the top 10 P stars. Yeah. Top 10. I even wrote down a few notes as well. I don't know where it is, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. I did say I was gonna create the video this weekend, last weekend. I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, it will be the P stars of my generation. I don't know about these new ones because I don't watch that stuff. But what I'm saying is like the ones that I grew up on when man was 15. You get me? Yo. Obviously, there came a point here where man just stopped watching that because I was using imagination. Yo, man will be sleeping on imagination, you know. You man are shit if you still need to watch that stuff you understand? Yo, you should be able to use imagination, blood. Yo, once imagination kicked in, I think that's why I stopped watching that stuff, you know, because I learned to use my imagination. That's it, man. I'm smiling and blushing over peace stuff. Yeah. Do you do mentorship for manhood? What? What do you mean for hood man? Listen, during the mentoring sessions, youths have told me some mad stories. One youth wanted to go and slap someone's mum because because one youth must have robbed him or something like that. He wanted to go and slap the boy's mum. I swear to God. Swear to God, blood. Some of the youths here that do mentoring now, listen, I know you're not gonna approve of it. I know you're not gonna approve of it, but I'm still shotting. I'm like, yo, you gotta stop doing that, fam. You gotta stop shotting, blood. What's the matter with you? Like coming off in 2 minutes. Right. So Miss 528 said, Jay, I have one bed council flat I've been living at for over 15 years, got over 35K in savings. What do you recommend we do next? Bit of loss at the moment. You know what to do. Buy that property or buy another property. You've been living in the council flat for 15 years, you should be able to get a discount. And now, obviously, if you're living in London, even if you get a discount, you might not be able to afford it. If you can, you can go and buy a property outside of London. Hopefully, find a way to keep your council house. You understand? Why don't you sell courses like Samuel Leeds? I ain't got no course to sell. You should come to an 11 aside in Northampton. I mean, I don't play football, man. I'm not a football man. I'm shit at football. Could have been good, but Because I believe, you know, with training, you can become a footballer. You can become a good footballer. You ain't gonna be talented like fucking Ronaldinho or Messi or one of them, or see Ronaldo. No, what I'm saying is, you with the right training, you can become good enough to play for a decent team. Some idiot said, "Oh, you can only become a footballer if you're talented." No, bro. Listen, see, you lot, yeah, just don't have that mindset of I can at least achieve something to a certain level if I try hard enough. I might not be the best in the world, because to be the best in the world, you need to have that talent and have the effort to get to the top, to show off that talent. But you know what, yeah? Even if someone doesn't have a talent for football, you can still be good enough to play for a Premiership team. You're trying to tell me, yeah, like you just know that not everyone's got the talent. That's why not everyone is on Ronaldo or Wayne Rooney or Messi or Ronaldinho's level. That's why there's plenty of midfielders and that you don't even know their fucking name, because they're not that talented, but they're good enough to play on the pitch. So why couldn't other normal people get to that level with the right training? Right, listen, it's a mindset that you lot lack. I could have a son who may not have that God-given talent to be a top footballer, well-known, well-recognized amongst the world, and that, like, go down in the history of the world, and like football. But he can still, if with the right trainer, I can still get him trained so that he can play for a Premiership team. Might not be Arsenal, might not be Chelsea, but it will be in the Premiership. Like, don't you have no self-belief? See, that's the problem here. This is why so much people have a victim mindset. They believe their start is going to be their finish. Some people believe you've either you got it or you ain't. Certain men believe you can only get girls if you're good looking. So what? You can't get girls off of your charisma. You can't get girls off your personality. No? Come on, man. And that's the thing, yeah. Certain men are like, because I know you lot would crucify whoever say you get girls with money and that. Yeah, like obviously, girls are not gonna like you just because you have money. But certain girls, they only want to be around men that have money, and it's not because they're gold diggers and that. There's certain girls they only want to date a certain caliber. They don't give a fuck how good looking you are. They want to know that you're a money man too. Yeah, I don't think they. It depends. Listen, there's some girls out here that are some serious gold diggers and that. But I'm talking about come Bouncers Road, you know. Like I'd go running down Bouncers Road. Fucking idiot. Come Bouncers Road. Tottenham going through regeneration soon. Property there will be unaffordable. I mean, Tottenham, the price has been going up mad anyway. In Tottenham, there's a road called Lawrence Road. It takes you from Phillip Lane to West Green Road. Yeah. On that road, there used to be like these abandoned like factory sort of warehouse, something like that. And apparently, like yardies used to break in and have like their illegal raves in there. They've converted those old factory warehouses and that into flats. Yo, the properties were going up in value so much that, let's say, yeah, when they were building them, to buy them off plan, they were worth like 270. Once when they were built and completed, yo, they went up to like 350. This was like almost 10 years ago. Mad, blood. Mad. I had thought the value going up before the property is even completed. I say come to Western Fable charity, man. But I'm not interested in watching no fucking football, bro. Fam, I don't play football. I'm shit. If I kick the ball this way, it's going that way. Yeah. Jay Wise, why didn't they teach us money management in school? obviously I don't want to get into no conspiracy theories. I'm not saying I believe this, yeah, but like it does make sense. They don't want people to be good with money because debt is how the economy functions. If everyone was smart and sensible with their money, there'll be a lot less businesses. If everyone was smart and sensible with their money, no one would go into Costa Coffee. Why are you going to go into Costa Coffee when you could just bring a flask and prepare the coffee at your house? You know what I mean? Even stuff like that. Why are you going to go into Subway and buy a sandwich when you can make that sandwich at your house? So they don't want people to be smart with their money. So that's probably why they don't teach people to be smart. But I just don't like the idea of those conspiracy theories in that. But it makes perfect sense because it's almost like they're reluctant to teach kids about. Why would you not want to teach kids about mortgages? It's not hard. Anyone can understand it. A 12-year-old can understand about mortgages. If a 12-year-old can do mathematical equations, yeah, algebra and that, why would you not be able to understand how a mortgage works? Algebra is a lot tougher than fucking mortgages, yeah? Big up for a shield. You see all these things like shields and thunder hammer and that, like, is that like you're giving me money or something like that? So big up Ms. 528 said I'll do a one-to-one session in the next few weeks. Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Even if they teach finances, a lot of these people will still go into debt for designer drip. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you've got fucking psychologists and therapists who are actually going through depression themselves. That's like going to a doctor who has bad health himself, which is self-inflicted. I even met a doctor one time. Press 1 in the chat, yeah, if you lot heard me talk about that doctor who he was a chain smoker and the whole of his flat just stank of cigarette. You can see all the nicotine stains on the wall and that. Yeah, I met a doctor like that one. This guy was living in Chadwell Heath near Romford and Dagenham. Nah, the book has already been dispatched. You can't collect it. It's already in the post. Nah, I've got the cleaner thing sorted anyway. One girl that I know, she does cleaning and that. Do you do discounts on this book? No, I do not do discounts on this book. It's £20. How much of a discount do you want? And I'm telling you, yeah. Obviously, the book is more than worth it in that. You will be overwhelmed by the book. Do you know how much people have read the book? They're like, yo, that book there was fucking good. My mum read the book I think Nadia read the book in 4 days. My mum read the book in 3 days. She said she couldn't put it down. I didn't think the book was going to be that good. Everyone that's read the book said it was good. Man have messaged me, yeah, saying that, yo, that book was better than I thought it was going to be, blood. Where can you buy the book? On eBay, yeah? How do I comment on this? On eBay, type in Conquering Adversity. Just type in Conquering Adversity on eBay. It will come up. I'll be waiting for your notification. The book is basically my autobiography. Obviously, talking about how I came up and how I was able to turn my life around. Now, to be fair, the book ends at lockdown. There's going to be no details in the book about me buying 6 properties. In the book, up until when I finished it, I only had 1 property in there. I said, you finally done up the kitchen. No, the kitchen's been done for a year. It's just, I only, I'm just filming from this angle. I saw you selling a light for £52. Why is it so expensive? How the hell did you even find? Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's all linked in it. Let me see. Let me see the light she's talking about. I mean, because it's worth £52. That's why. Let's see. Oh, I can't even sign into eBay. I don't know. What's the light called? I can't remember what it's called. I'll be coming off in 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other house, have a shower before bed. There's nothing better than having a shower and getting into bed. Don't moisturize, nothing. Yeah, just shower and get into bed. And obviously, the bed sheets have to be clean as well. They don't have to be like put on that day, but you can't be sleeping in no 3-week-old sheets. Yeah, the best feeling is you have a shower and you get into clean bed sheets. I love that. Right, let me see what she's talking about. Right, selling. Let me see what I'm selling. Oh, you're talking about the Habitat light. Have you seen the light? It's nice. That's why it's £52. Yeah. I listed that light on the 12th of December 2021, and it still ain't been sold. Boy, ain't nobody buying that. Maybe Patricia will buy it. Go send it back to Poland. J-Wise, I think I saw you getting a trim on bounce as well. No, I don't get my hair cut on bounce as well. This guy's chatting some shit, like. Need to reduce the price. The fact that I didn't even know that I was selling the light, just, you know what I mean? That says it all, man. Right now, I'm just on eBay. I'm looking at some new fairings. So basically, the new panels for my R6, because my R6, the panels all scratched up and whatever and that. So I might change the color to purple, because I was thinking to get the bike wrapped in metallic green, but I might get purple instead. We'll see. I don't know. To be fair, the purple ones that I did like the look of, they're not for my model. It's for a different model for the R6. So it's not going to work. It's hard to tell, man. Like, because the thing is, the panels, yeah, they just lay them out. They lay the panels out on the floor, so you can't see what they're going to look like on the bike fully. Unless, like, obviously, if it's black, you know what it's going to look like. You know, so. Obviously, I do like the color that it is now, but it's just all scratched up and that, like. You know, if you're gonna buy new panels and that, like, don't you want to change the color of the bike? Like, do you really want to, you know, just refreshing. You have the same looking bike. I mean, if it's nice, isn't it? But I don't know. Should I get candy red again? Or should I get a different color? And then what color? At least with the candy red, I know what I'm buying. I know I'm gonna like it. The panels cost £415. I have to get a tank pad as well. Tank pad stickers. R6 tank pad stickers. Yeah, I like that. So it's all money though, man. We'll see. I have to get a decent rain cover for the bike as well, because I think the rain cover for my bike is at the bottom of the garden, the window blew it and that. So R1 Big Bang is better. Yeah, I mean, obviously I got an R1 Big Bang as well, but yeah, I still got to look after my R6 as well. I can't just abandon the bike, you know what I mean? My R6 is my first bike, so that's my baby still. Why don't you get blinds on your windows? You know what, yeah? These windows, since I bought the property, I ain't had no fucking blinds. Listen, I was about to order some blinds in there, or get some blinds in there. And then some little white boys must have burnt down the fucking Dunelm in Northampton. So since then, I ain't got it. That's my excuse. I'm taking a leaf out of black people's excuse and blaming the white man. The reason why I ain't got no blinds for my yard is because some white boys burnt down Dunelm. Right, I'm coming off now. I'll see you lot next week. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot to do it again. Change the live settings so that I can get monetized. Better late than that. Anyway, you lot on TikTok, I'm done. This is a good one. People with high IQ have less or no children. Your thoughts on this? 110% correct. If you find, and this goes for people with money as opposed to people who are really poor. If someone comes to me and says, I have 8 brothers and sisters and like we lived in the same house, I know that's a poor family. Now, is there some rich family where there's 8 kids? Yeah. But for the most part, big families, poor people. Rich families, 1 or 2 children. Yeah. With the poor families, they really have to ration out the money and the food. Yeah. So yeah, people with higher IQ are likely to have less or no children. Yeah, that's the realest truth. People with high IQ are definitely likely to have less children because they want to be able to feed all their motherfuckers. Yeah, they don't want their children going without. You know, a lot of these families here that have 8 kids and that. Yo, the trainers, yeah, get passed down and that. No trainers get thrown in the bin until they're talking. You know why? Because there's always some motherfucker coming up that can wear them. But yeah, it's a good little thing. Anyway, I'm done. I'm supposed to be finished 30 minutes ago. Black man don't know how to start or finish on time. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Stay where it's done, man.